Hello, friends, and welcome to the Illinois Twilight Struggle Tournament. With Matt Dominski, I'm Justin Abramson, and we're so glad you could join us this evening for a critical game as defending champion Derek Miller meets up with the man he defeated in last year's finals, Jeremy Anders. The two players come into this game tied for first place at the top of the table, so the winner tonight will be in the driver's seat for securing that elusive bid to the ITS Champions League. Derek enters this game ranked number 60 in ITSR, and with a win, will move back into the top 50. Derek's also had a good start to his ITSL season, sitting in at 5-3 and in playoff position. So he's looking to make a statement before the end of the year. Jeremy, on the other hand, was ranked in the 500s when he joined last year's Illinois tournament, but he is now a proud member of Team Illinois and holding his own in the ITSL as well with a 5-5 record. There's a lot riding on this one tonight for Jeremy in particular, because with a win, Jeremy would jump into the ITSR top 100 for the very first time, vaulting over some notable players such as Hassan Jamil, Jeffrey Wong, and Patrick Coate, and will be nipping at the heels of one Max Goldman, who represented the Americas Conference in the ITSL All-Star Series a year ago. So wherever you are in the world, whatever time it is for you, come on along for some Twilight Struggle as these teammates and rivals go head-to-head for supremacy in the land of Lincoln. I now want to bring in my co-commentator, Matt Dominski. Matt, I'm looking forward to this game. I appreciate the invitation to join here. And what sticks out to you about Derek's opening hand here?
Not enough ops, especially with Marshall being headlined. Pretty much all 1 and 2s, and then sock up to space, I guess. But yeah, I'm glad you're able to join us, and this should be a good game with their. I saw their playdeck ranking like 5 points apart from each other as well.
Yeah, a couple evenly matched players. And I completely agree with your assessment, Matt, as it happened. Yeah, Sock Govs is a 3-op. Obviously, that's got to be held for blockade. Vietnam is a card you can give, but it's got to be given late, preferably AR6. And then Nasser is a card you can give late, I guess. But man, look at all these 1s and 2s. Big coup of Iran there, no surprise. And a roll of 5 kicks Derek out.
Yeah, that's this. with nuke test ban, not afraid to go big on that coup. So this might be a little rough of a turn for Derek.
Yeah, and interestingly, Derek does not establish presence in the Middle East, opening up the possibility of Jeremy dumping the scoring for 4 here. We'll see if he has it.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Opens up the possibility of Jeremy dumping the scoring or playing AI War or Suez to remove Derek from Israel entirely. But I think if Derek had one, if Jeremy had one of those, he would have headlined it. And Derek not going to get punished for not expanding out of Israel immediately.
Yeah, Romanian is an interesting headline. It shows that he didn't really have too many great Soviet cards to headline, I think.
Yeah, Romanian headline either is an indication that you just don't have any good events to headline, or perhaps, as happened to me in a game a couple of months ago, an indication that you may have strong events, but that you want to play D-stall on turn 1 and you need D-stall food. I'm not sure if that's the case with Jeremy, but that is another reason to headline Romanian. Okay, there's an IP war. He's just going DEFCON right down to 2. And yeah, so a quick coup of Panama like that.
Panama.
Yeah.
Not afraid of CIA, but I think that might have been played. That must have been played earlier.
Yes, Derek had it in his hand, I believe. Yeah, he used CIA to go into Malaysia.
So yeah, that was the first card, I think.
Wow. So Jeremy drives DEFCON down right down to 2, but with it does not have any access. So it does not get a D card.
Well, I mean, he still might have access. I think he might want to try to grab those 2 points first, though.
Yeah, space is important, but Derek is going to, that means Derek gets to go into Lebanon. What do you do with Nasser here? Are you gonna play Sock? I guess you're gonna play Sock Govs as an empty action round on AR6, assuming.
Well, Sock Govs, you can also use space as well.
Yeah, you could space Sock Govs. I guess I was thinking he might space Vietnam.
Yeah, I mean Vietnam, you're still fine with playing AR6 because then he won't get any benefit from it.
Yeah, so you're fine playing at AR6, but you're going to want to hold Sock Govs to AR6 for blockade as well, is the issue. And if you play Vietnam on AR5, you're liable to get Laos stolen from you for a 2-op, and then that gives up domination.
I think he's losing domination right now, anyways, in Asia.
Yep. So this is a tricky situation here for Derek. You really don't want to give Nasser and just concede Libya. You don't want to give Sac Govs and be naked for blockade. You could space Vietnam, but that is valuable.
Blockade, that would be with him only having 2 cards. I think blockade would be a pretty ballsy move.
Yeah. Okay, so Derek spaces Vietnam. I think that's an okay decision. Really doesn't want to give up Vietnam because country count could matter for access. And you give, like I said, you give it up AR5, you're probably getting Lao flipped on your AR6. Now I think I would suspect we will see if Jeremy does not event blockade here, I suspect we'll just see Sac Govs for an empty action round. And then Derek
it would have to be
try and find a hand with more ops.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Well, we all know Derek. He doesn't grab the 4 ops usually in the early war, but yeah, at this point, Sac Govs is going to be an empty action round.
Jeremy taking a long time to think about this AR6 play. Jeremy sees Vietnam go to space. He wants to. I'm sure Jeremy wants to grab Asia domination, but he's probably going to have to do that with Burma or Afghanistan. They're the only non-battlegrounds he has access to, other than, of course, Taiwan. So I don't think he's going to grab it. Oh, wow. Just going to give up U.S. Japan. I assume he'll take South Korea with that. Okay. And a West Germany poke. And that's annoying for Derek.
With Sac Govs, that's really annoying.
Yeah. I think, but I don't blame Derek for not being ready for that or anything. Like he really didn't have a choice. He just had to hope that Jeremy didn't have the ops to do that.
Yeah. Well, I think it was a little obvious Jeremy was running on a lot of ops this turn.
Yeah, Jeremy had a lot of ops. I mean, Derek did get to Thailand, which is important. Doesn't give up Nasser, so he does have presence in the Middle East. But yeah, the board at the moment not looking too great for Derek. Now he's getting rid of Sac Govs at least temporarily here, but Suez or De Gaulle could really cause him some problems.
Yeah, this with the poke of West Germany, this is gonna be pretty bad.
Okay, turn 2. Oh, defectors and Europe scoring. That is nice to see. This is also a great containment hand, but I don't know. I think I might want a defector De Gaulle or defector Purge. What do you think?
I think you have to go defectors. Europe has not, since he has Europe scoring, he has to protect Europe. And there's too many attack cards against Europe right now, or more namely France.
Yeah, and Suez is annoying here. De Gaulle. Suez gives domination temporarily to Jeremy. Now we saw Truman on turn 1, so it's in the discard now. So if Jeremy wants to fight an ops war in West Germany or France, he could do it. But Matt, I think this is an opportunity to see the rare South Africa coup. Would you agree?
Oh yeah, I love cooing South Africa.
Yeah.
Oh, but I think he's going to flip. I think he would have had with De Gaulle. He had the ops to flip France. So but I think you want to protect the Middle East a little bit and Panama. So I would look into cooing South Africa. That actually, even if you don't get any.
Oh, going influence. He's going to jam West Germany.
Yeah. So he's going to try and steal domination.
Yeah, and Derek, I hate this game. I don't blame you, Derek. And Derek does not have the ops to contend with that. And Derek is going to, I would assume you just coup here. And then.
No, I would just drop Europe scoring at this point.
Well, I would accept Marshall was invented. So I 3 ops gets me 3 countries. Not particularly, and I know I control the scoring.
Yeah. Yeah, so I guess a coup, but
Iran coup is ambitious.
no, I would
I
go.
like Panama better.
Yeah, I like
And just
Panama.
as I say that, he rolls a 5. There you go.
This is going to be interesting though in Europe because he's going to take West Germany now. Brush war later on can give him Italy if like Marshall or if NATO's not played and Greece and Spain like it's not protected, and both France attack cards are out there. So this could be, and we could see if he tries for like Europe control at some point.
Yeah, that is absolutely not impossible. Okay, and there's NATO. It's active though, so forget about. So, sorry, Matt. Just as you say that, forget about Europe
Yeah,
control because NATO is now in
well,
effect.
I wouldn't say. I mean, an easy Europe control from Brush War. He can
Yeah,
still do some damage.
yeah. So 1 in Lao to stop the progress there and stop Asia Dom, and 1 in Portugal to stop Europe Dom. Still haven't seen decall or destall. I would think that securing West Germany is more important than decall or destall. So I would think that if Jeremy has it, he has one of the two. We will see it right now.
Yeah. Do you think Jeremy would put 3 into Turkey to take away to get domination and to take away an easy grab?
I don't think so, because if you put 2 into Turkey, if you put 3 in Turkey, that gives you 5 countries. But Derek can just stop your Dom with a 1-op. So don't make a 3-op play that your opponent can parry with a 1.
And getting domination in Asia is probably better, anyways.
Yep. India is an important country. Obviously, it's a battleground. Now, Derek is, well, I was just about to remark, Derek playing is only 3-op, so he's now open to blockade, but there's no chance Jeremy's going to event blockade when he already has West Germany, and if he does, so what?
Yeah, he's not. I mean, you get overprotection, but yeah, it's not as huge of a deal right now.
Derek also doesn't want to give AI war because of the Millop situation. Wants to force Jeremy to event Korean War, which I don't think we will see.
Well, is he going to UN AI or Nasser?
It's a good question.
I mean, he could play it for ops, but I think that is a bad move.
Yeah, so normally, if I hadn't given up West Germany in a situation like this, I would play UN for ops. And with Middle East unscored, I'd probably hold Nasser, maybe space AI war. Right. But you could play UN for the event, get rid of Nasser.
Yeah.
I guess I sort of like holding Nasser to turn 3. Middle East has not been scored yet. So you hold Nasser to turn 3, then you trigger it. Then, Nasser really has no effect because Sadat's going to come kick him out before Middle East gets scored again.
Yeah.
So that's a possibility as well. Jeremy scores Asia, gets a couple points out of that. It's going to get another point out of Europe, and we'll see if he has Middle East.
Yeah, if he has Middle East, he might push a little bit more, which would be interesting. If he does have Middle East and he takes domination back, then that would make it a little interesting, giving his hand. Yeah, I don't think he has decall. He would have played that with holding Asia scoring at this point.
There's Korean War, and that's good for Derek. And that's even better for Derek because now Derek can play AI war for ops and spread into Libya.
Yeah.
AI wars never roll a 6, right? No, there
we go. I don't know about that.
All right, Matt. Well, do you like UNing Nasser here? Or do you like just playing UN for ops?
With Derek having domination, I think holding Nasser might be a better move at this point.
Yep, and there is blockade, but it's useless. So
yeah, overprotecting West Germany. That's interesting.
Well, special relationship is, I believe, still to be drawn, and now it is NATO active.
But Europe's already been scored.
Yes, it has. That is true.
Yeah, I do like the one counterpoint with playing with you ending Nasser to the chat's comments and Max in particular is you can draw more cards and hope you get decall or destall yourself so you can space.
That's nah. That's not true because you're still going to get the same number of cards out of the reshuffle as you would with or without, and he gets decall but not destall. So yeah, you're still gonna the first card always goes to the USSR regardless of how many cards the US has. It matters on turn 1 going into turn 2 whether you have fewer cards, but turn 2 going into turn 3 it doesn't matter. As it is, he holds Nasser. I think that was the right move. Gets Europe and also gets Duck.
Yeah, Duck is interesting. That would be an interesting headline, especially knowing Middle East is out there.
Yeah, and now Derek. Yeah, and so only 2 were in Thailand, though. He decided to go to Jordan instead of putting a third in Thailand. So a VR headline here means a garden variety 4-op flips Thailand, which would be a real problem for Derek.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be quite lucky that he drew Vietnam again.
Yes, that would definitely be a very lucky redraw.
I think for Jeremy, I think him drawing D-stall at this point in the game is more dangerous than drawing decall.
Yeah, so D-stall. I wonder if we'll see it headline. Nope, AI War.
Oh, AI War. Well, he's going to get his mill-ups anyways.
Yeah, AI War is a fine headline if you think Duck is coming, and as it happened, Duck was a redraw.
Yeah,
but okay, 2 mill-ups
there. He didn't know Duck was a redraw or was going to be played since it was a redraw. Curious about what that means for the rest of his hand. Then.
Yeah, he didn't want to headline D-stall because so clearly doesn't have defectors in his hand. Now, yeah. I think I would have liked to see Derek go Thailand with his last op last turn, but because he didn't, now he's threatening Iraq and Saudi Arabia. So, just an immediate D-stall. Yep, and I think this is a good. I mean,
yeah, with DEFCON at 2, there's no harm in it.
Yep. Yeah, that boy, Derek's ops again are not good. Derek now is just going to try and harass Jeremy a little bit in the Middle East and try and get a domination off.
Yeah, I mean he's probably already going to get it off. The one in Colombia is like, okay, great. I mean, you can just take it now, protect it if you want now. I don't really see that as, and he's definitely not going to coup it for you to get mill ops. So I mean, to be a nuisance, I guess that's fine. I don't know if I would have put one there.
Yeah, I don't know how effective it is. Now it does mean that, Jeremy can't drop the scoring or go to space or anything like that.
No, but all he has to do is put it up to 3 and then put Venezuela up to 3 and take Brazil. And then if Derek wants to poke it, he doesn't really have anything to follow up with that.
Yeah, and okay, so there's a big 4-op. Oh yeah, he's just gonna go 3 right away.
Yeah.
Jeremy does not realize that Derek's hand is hot garbage.
Well, he's gonna realize it soon when Derek doesn't go into there.
Yeah. Derek, perhaps can you explain?
Yeah. So don't play under your account.
So Derek did get Marshall. Opened the game with Marshall, but he had West Germany stolen from him, and then Europe. If normally it's US, if you get Marshall turn 1.
That's an interesting playing.
I don't like that. I would rather space decall because I would rather score Europe here. I don't like this for Derek. I would rather score Europe here. Then C5 becomes free. Then if Jeremy takes Iraq, you can take Saudi Arabia with C5. Then you space decall
if
later.
If he scores Europe, he's probably. I mean, I think the thing is, if you score Europe here, he's just going to drop Middle East and get it out of the way before it gets worse. Because one up gives you another point in Saudi.
Yeah, but I think this is better because one op in Saudi Arabia does give you one more point, but it doesn't change domination. And I think the 1 point, the extra 1 point in the Middle East is not worth as much as the CNS event, particularly if you hit the roll on decall.
Right. Yeah. So I think Jeremy is just going to drop Middle East now.
Yeah, that would make sense. He may take Iraq to force Derek to take Saudi Arabia, but then again, he's got a space.
Oh, he's trying to get it first.
Surprised to see him space before dropping the scoring. Maybe he might have redrawn 5-year plan.
No. that I think would we might see a potential table flip by Derek then.
Yes, that is not impossible. Derek won Costa Rica. That suggests. Have we seen Fidel? Does that suggest that Derek is preparing for Fidel?
Yeah, we have not seen Fidel.
So he's preparing to go into Nicaragua and threaten Fidel.
Yeah,
and there it is.
Another.
So now I would space decall. Yep.
Yeah.
Good play. And now Derek's going to get 2 VPs out of CNS, which is much more important than the one up in Saudi Arabia. I like the decision by Derek.
Yeah, that I'm fine with.
But clearly eventing Fidel, not as important as dumping the scoring. So Jeremy must have redrawn 5-year plan. And I'm sure that is going to irritate Derek.
I mean, if he did draw 5-year plan, because that would be a redraw, right? Yeah. And
Derek is not pleased.
I mean, he's not even worried about grabbing another point in Iraq.
A second in Angola before taking Zaire? That is
I
really,
like that.
That's okay.
No, I like it because it prevents an easy flip.
Yeah. Okay. And so I would expect to see Jeremy with his 3 ops here go what? 1 Zaire and something in South America.
Or finish taking South Africa. Yeah, there it goes. There it goes. Yeah, and there's the table flip.
Yeah. So now, 1 Zaire. And then choose, okay. And now if you're Derek, Suez is not great. Nasser's pretty much free, but it's only 1 op and you can't take Mexico with it. So you're going to go Nicaragua. Yeah, he has got to leave Mexico and Algeria both empty, which you hate to do, but Derek has.
And the chat's saying he should have filled South America. I don't know if he should have done that because Derek doesn't really have access to South America.
Okay, so South America scoring. So this is an unfortunate hand for Derek. Now, he does get South America scoring, and Jeremy didn't fill it. So
you should headline. You should just headline it.
So you can headline it, but then Junta is a big disaster. I don't think you headline it with Kennedy in hand.
So, then you have to headline Kennedy.
So I don't know. I might headline. Because what I want to happen is I want to dump South America scoring for just 2, while it's just 2.
Yeah, I think he's pushing it to 5. Do you think he's going to 5?
Well, that'd be interesting. Yeah, because if you lower it to 2, which would be the normal play, then I would suspect that Jeremy on his AR1 is going to just fill up Chile and Argentina. Then you have to play Kennedy.
For sure. Yeah. This is going to be interesting.
Yeah, but other than he may push to 5, or actually he may push it to 4, so they each get a coup. But then, of course, Thailand is vulnerable.
No, he has to go to 5 to help protect Thailand. Because that's what Jeremy's going to coup, right? It's probably Thailand.
Yeah, you're right. If he goes to 4, he's going to coup Thailand, potentially with a China card. Okay, so very good idea. Very good idea on Derek's part not to headline South America. Now, but what the heck are you going to do with ABM? You're just going to coup Thailand with it? Or is he going to do something more imaginative? No, Panama rolls a 1.
What is a run? Oh man, and here, yeah, rolls a one. That's rough. West Germany, he poked and Derek didn't have any cards or any ops, so and then he had to play sock goes, which meant he lost even more in there. And Derek decided to protect France over West Germany.
Yeah, Derek decided to overprotect France.
Oh, he went to two. That I oh.
Okay, so what is so the
This
question is
gonna be
what's
controlling South
Jeremy's?
America.
Yeah,
You have to take South
yeah. This is
America. I
a
mean, why would you?
yeah, yeah. I would think you're yeah. This is just going to be filling up South America.
This
Okay.
this is
Yeah.
I don't like that play by Derek at all. You either needed to get rid of South American headline or you're gonna have to ask not.
Yes.
Now you're gonna have to waste an AR ask nodding.
Yep, you have to ask not South America, Portuguese, and Suez, I guess. You could also ask not squads, I guess, but this hand just isn't that bad. There's not Portuguese is not scary, Suez is not scary. It's a 3-card discard, but you'd rather be getting rid of gunmen, OPEC, Muslims, so many other things.
So you're counting Suez as a empty action round.
Yeah, Suez, yeah, basically an empty action round.
Because it has to be, or you're potentially losing France at that point.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. If Jeremy decides he wants to have an ops war over it. Okay. East European unrest is interesting.
I mean, is it really though?
Well, yeah, it takes Eastern Europe down to 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
Europe is scored though. All right, Derek hoping to get something here. ABM is gone. Okay, Brush War, good. Lone Gun, Pope, good. Just as I was saying, Eastern Europe goes down to 3. Thank you, Derek. Yes, I see. The John Paul elected Pope is a no-brainer event in this spot. Yeah, the gunman, unfortunate to see. Brush War, though, is good. What's your brush target here, Matt?
Oof. What would be a good brush?
If South America weren't scored, it'd be Venezuela. But South America is scored. Middle East is scored, so Iran is no good. Zaire's only got 1 in there. Angola, you need a 6.
Yeah.
Find the good brush target that I missed, Matt.
Oh, I'm trying to think. I mean, I still say maybe Brazil or Venezuela. I mean, you have to get it in there somehow, anyways, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's a good move there. You have to get into South America.
Yeah. Yes, Derek. That's correct.
Don't try this junk with. Chat's trying to be dirty right now.
Yeah, I like. Normally, I don't like spacing at all. I like eventing it and getting rid of it and getting out of the deck forever. But in this spot, it's good. You get the space trigger, and Derek does not get access to Algeria, and he does not get access to the UK. UK access could be important for special relationship, although of course there is 6 in there. So I like the decision to
think like late war if both Suez and De Gaulle comes back.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. And Jeremy really wants to get Derek out of Nicaragua. Also worth mentioning, Jeremy had to give NORAD, and Canada's still at 2.
Yeah, but it was brought down to 2 in the headline.
Yes.
He doesn't have Canada anyway.
Right. That's what I meant, is that Derek has not yet filled Canada, despite NORAD being active. Now, as the U.S. player,
anyways, got rid of domination.
Yeah, as a U.S. player, I love having the NORAD event active, but nothing makes me feel worse than filling up Canada and having the USSR immediately drop Quagmire on me. That always feels bad.
But yeah.
But the vindication of right. Not peace at the expense of freedom, but both peace and freedom. Here in this
Asia's
hemisphere.
well, I mean, yeah, taking it for Southeast Asia scoring, I think.
Goal will be achieved.
I didn't see where he put the first two though.
Did he go Philippines there?
Yeah, he did one in Philippines. I don't see where he put the others though.
Yeah, but I think I'm with Max. I think you're using brush in South America, even though it's scored. What I'd love to do what I'd love to do is
You have to, I think.
yeah, what I'd love to do is just hold brush and save it for a rainy day.
Yeah, I mean that would be.
But you can't because you're holding gun.
Derek does not like the flip of Laos, and because he can't flip it back.
Yeah, I mean he can flip it back with brush war.
That would just.
Laos could also be Laos is an important country in Asia. But yeah, the flip of Laos gives access to Thailand. Laos, that's 6 countries now for Jeremy in Asia to go with 4 battlegrounds. So Vietnam and Afghanistan would give him Dom.
I mean, I think you're gonna not like this idea, but I think you have to use the Pope and overprotect Thailand.
No way. You don't use the Pope for ops?
You don't use brush war for ops either.
Oh man, talk to Tim Furrow. He loves using brush for ops.
Oh, God.
The problem is you play brush for the event, there's a 50% chance it doesn't do anything. And 100% chance, if assuming you're using it in South America, 100% chance it doesn't affect a scored region, or it doesn't affect an unscored region rather. So yeah, I as painful as this play is, I like it. But honestly,
so
a little bit of a mistake by Derek
okay.
not getting that third into Thailand before now.
Yeah, I mean you had to get it in before now, I think.
So okay. Now AR7, the Pope is going to be a good AR7 play. Never mind.
Well, nope. There goes NORAD.
Yep, and just as I mentioned,
as you called it, one on the board where Derek had to in South America.
Yeah, that's brutal.
Or the Duff. These can we ban?
Oh my God! And he draws Truman. He draws Truman and Warsaw. Oh my goodness! He gets Truman and If he had gotten the Pope in there, you get Warsaw out, and then you can take Poland. Oh man, that was a devastating quagmire. Not to mention, of course, he got he spent the 2 hours filling Canada. Got nothing.
Derek forgetting he has headline peak here.
Yeah, Derek does have headline peak. Now, CIA is a reasonable headline. I hate giving it up as USSR in the mid-war. But in this case, getting Zaire is really good. And then...
Which card are you talking about? Which card? Oh, CIA.
CIA. Well, another possibility is you could headline Gunman if you...
Yeah, it would be good, but this hand is weak, so I don't know if you want to show that off.
Yeah.
The best one to do it on is turn 7, right? Since they already should know like half the cards anyways.
Yeah. So I wonder if we'll see a Gunman headline. You know, I think Derek will certainly use puppets to take Nigeria. If you're gonna headline Gunman, best to do it in a situation where you don't have any of the African 1-stabs.
Yeah.
But yeah, having to show a scoring card is not great. Now, no. Derek does have libs in hand. Brush and ABM are seen, and if Jeremy has Junta, I'm sure we'll see it now. And he said headline Sock Govs.
Sock Govs. This is going to be interesting.
Yeah, so Derek, I like CIA to just get a Zaire coup.
So will Derek fix France?
No. He's just going to take a coup.
I think he's going to lose France then. Right?
Okay, well, this hand is garbage. He does get
Oh,
OPEC, but that's only worth 2. And he does have a couple of 4-ops, but yeah, grain shuttle, the OAS, and nuke subs. And no Africa. So Africa not gonna come out till next turn at the earliest. And Derek's gonna have an opportunity to really get a foothold there. I shouldn't say it's garbage. You do have 2 4s and 2 3s.
Yeah. I was going to say this is not terrible.
It's not terrible. You just OAS.
I mean, Middle East. So shuttle is not actually that bad because it cannot affect Middle East, right? It's going to affect Asia, which is in his favor anyways.
Right. It's just going to be a 1 VP. It's just going to be 1 VP in Asia. And so Derek gets 3 is enough to get in there, but I would not be surprised to see Jeremy just spend a 4-op and flip that right back.
I think he might potentially just take France. Let's see. Yeah, you got it.
Yep. So puppets now into Nigeria. Afghanistan is good. And then maybe a Central American non-battleground. If you want to try and fight Dom there.
Yeah, which one? Peru or
well, if you're gonna go Central American, I would like Guatemala, but Uruguay is fine as well. That just suggests that Derek is happy to get Central America out for 0, which I think is fine, given the fact that your hand is terrible and your opponent knows what you have.
Yeah. He's just going to bump both of those countries up, though, and not really worry about it.
Yep.
Oh, are going for the.
So he knows that Jeremy doesn't have 1 small step. So, but he's just going to go space anyway. I got a space. You got to dump the scoring.
Yeah. Well, is Shea? How bad is Shea right now?
Shea's not bad. It's only a Colombia coup, but you don't want to give up those free mill ops.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, he can coup it anyways.
Yeah, the better play might have been to wait until Jeremy coups Colombia, and then you can play Che for ops for free. Although, well, no. Now, obviously, if I'm wrong, I'm completely wrong. Costa Rica and Uruguay are occupied as well, so it's not free. At the very least, you're giving mill ops.
It's not as dangerous.
But yes, spacing Che is good now, and then you're going to have to give Warsaw, which is annoying. With Truman in hand, I would love to see if I could make some kind of a play for an Eastern European country, but you can't really do it. You'd have to poke with our man, hope Jeremy doesn't fix it, and then play Truman.
So he just interesting. I guess he just wanted his mill up there.
Yeah. So Derek going to give up Warsaw.
Rain over depressed.
Yeah, Derek's not going to be able to get domination here.
In where? In
Central America.
No, anywhere he goes.
You could try and get off a coup.
Yeah, anywhere he goes, you're just going to coup, right? So
yeah. And Derek's hand is very bad. He's got an unspaceable liberation too.
And he has lone gunman.
Yeah, so he's going to have to give up libs.
Yeah.
I don't know that Guatemala helps you very much. I mean, you could, I guess that says he's going to coup with Truman, which makes sense because you need a second mill op.
Yeah, but I mean, Jeremy might just coup Guatemala right now anyways.
Yep.
I don't know. We'll see, I guess, but not influence.
A third in Brazil is confusing.
Oh, I mean, he has.
Wait. So OAS. He's thinking about OAS.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say I would have gone Dominican Republic with that one to prepare for that coup. Now you got a coup Guatemala.
Well, Derek should just drop Central America at this point.
Yes. Yeah, and Jeremy's got big cards he doesn't want to use on the Guatemala coup. So you know what? Kudos to Derek. He gets off the domination. I would have just dumped it for one, but Derek puts the one in Guatemala, gets a nice roll in Haiti, and Jeremy doesn't contest it. So good for him.
Yeah,
that's the benefit of knowing your
I guess
opponent's hand.
I guess if he doesn't have any small cards, then you don't really want to waste it.
Yeah, and now Jeremy with nuke subs and OAS in hand. I cannot remember what else. Maybe flower power.
I think it was flower power. And there it is.
Yeah, I like giving up libs here. And then if Jeremy decides to give up nuke subs, you can still coup with our man. No, Matt, Max. I like giving up libs early. Because that way, if you get nuke subs,
then you can.
So I don't love overprotecting Nigeria because I would rather put one in Panama because Jeremy's only got a 2-op left. If Derek does not overprotect Panama, I would simply just play nuke subs and take Panama and say, fine, I'll trade. I'll give you a shot at Zaire, and I just get Panama. That's a good trade for him, even though Africa's not scored.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you say, and what's Derek going to include with Omit, I guess? I mean,
I don't understand Zimbabwe, I guess, because he plans on coupping Zaire. And so doesn't want to get realigned out of Zaire after he coups it.
Yeah, but then you're just going to coup it back next turn.
Yeah, I'm a little confused about Zimbabwe.
Well, he's going to take Panama.
Yeah, so the question is Jeremy going to give up? He could. I mean, given that, I was just going to say that I think he's going to give up OAS instead because he doesn't want to allow a coup in Africa, given that Africa is unscored. And so, I think this is a good move by Jeremy to just give Panama back, and maybe a good move by Derek as well to just kind of gamble that Jeremy's going to do that. But I still don't understand the Zimbabwe play because now you get Oh, well, he maybe knew he was going to roll a one.
Let's see what cards are gone. Oh, yeah. Blockade.
So Junta is a question. With South America looking like it does,
you have to keep it in.
I think you have to keep it. Yeah. And he gets the 2 scorings. He gets defectors, which is nice, especially with headline peak. But he doesn't get a coup stealer.
So, do we think Jeremy has Junta?
Yeah, good chance of it.
There's a very good chance for it. Again, these ops are just terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, and this is a terrible situation to give up gunmen. So you have to hold a gunman until next turn, and next turn you might not have headline peak.
No, you might not.
That Quagmire really hurt Derek. But in general, Derek has been hurt this game by lack of ops.
Well, the only thing, how did it hurt him? Because of the Pope?
Yeah, he was not able to get the Pope evented. He would have been able to steal Poland with combination with Truman. Oh, VR. That's just going to annoy Derek. It's not going to change the domination situation. That's going to cost him 2 in Southeast Asia.
Yeah, it's going to cost 2 points. Yeah.
Going to go IP war. I would have defectored that.
I mean,
Southeast Asia in my hand, I would absolutely defector that. Wouldn't you, Matt?
he's got, I don't know, maybe. I mean, I guess with turn 7 coming up, I probably would, because you're not going to play defectors next turn if he doesn't have headline peak.
Yeah.
And now he just lost Nigeria.
An IP war on a 1 and 6. I mean, Matt, talk to me. IP wars never hit on a 1 and 6, right?
I hit him all the time. I hit it late war where we needed it to flip domination in a team game.
I'm aware of that.
that play right there is probably the best play I've had in all of my Twilight Struggle history, I think.
I listened back to the stream the next day and I just listened to your unbridled glee when you guys hit that roll.
Yeah, because that was against you guys, your team, right?
Yes, it was, Matt. Yes, it was.
Yeah, I mean, how can you not be? Because I think we had a scoring or something like that, and
no, I mean, if you guys didn't hit that roll, we were going to win with War Games the next action round.
Right. Yeah.
Flower power was in effect too. You guys had the scoring. You needed that scoring to get out of War Games range.
Out of War Games, and I think, I mean, it flipped like pretty much the whole game on its head.
Yeah.
Max is wondering if you're triggered right now.
Oh yeah.
I think if I think if Derek hit the IP war, I think you would be triggered.
Yes, I am recalling many Illinois Twilight Struggle IP wars. But if you're not on the dice, the rule is step confidently into Pakistan and then India. But if you're on the dice, Iran, Afghanistan, Burma, those are all great countries.
That's the one good thing is wars and coups for Team Illinois. If I'm playing, that's one thing that we're dangerous at.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're still talking here about.
Yeah, I don't even know
about Jeremy. Okay, so he gives up a 1-op, and I wonder if he's just going to go Cameroon. He does not go Cameroon. Where is he going to coup? Okay, he's going to dump the scoring. I was wondering if Derek might go Cameroon and Saharan states to get Nigeria. But even if you do get Nigeria, you're not going to stop domination. So dumping the scoring is fine, especially with VR gone. You don't want to get China jammed, anything like that. Now Derek once again left with garbage ops. If he spaces We Will Bury You, hits the roll, he'll be able to discard the gunman, but he is discarding it right before the reshuffle. So you could it's crazy, but you could see him hold on to the gunman through the reshuffle and then discard it turn 7 because
well, he doesn't have headline peak anymore. Well, yeah, One Small Step is still out there though, right?
Yeah, One Small Step is gone. Obviously, it could come back. I believe Derek drew a turn 4.
Really?
I think Derek drew a turn 4.
I don't remember the cards as well. I don't think we saw it, but yeah, if that's the case, then yeah, I'm fine with holding on to one lone gunman. But if it's not the case, then you're risking not having the discard next turn.
Yeah, One Small Step, obviously, yeah. And of course, Jeremy could redraw it. So it'll be interesting to see what Derek decides to do. JR, I don't know if JR Jones is watching, but when you have We Will Bury You and Lone Gunman in your hand, and DEFCON is a 2, you do need to space one. You do need to space one. So he's going to space We Will Bury You, I'm pretty sure, in this case.
Well, yeah, how else would you get out of it?
JR had a game recently where he stole a card with grain and spaced it with both of those cards in his hand, and he lost the game.
I saw another game where they stole a card with grain or something, got to the end of the turn, thought he had another AR and lost with a held scoring card.
Yeah. That kind of stuff happens in those grand slams. It's just so much Twilight Struggle back to back to back to back. Easy to make a mistake like that. Okay, Derek does space. We will bury you. Congratulations, Derek. He hits the roll. And now we'll see what he does with the gunman.
What is your favorite thing that annoys losing to Derek? Play Pope for yeah. Well, Pope is already in a discard right now.
I had to play Pope for ops in my last game. I was not happy. I'm really glad nobody clipped it while it was happening, because I was just
at least you didn't have to discard it to Quag.
Yeah, discarding the Pope to Quag. That's way worse than playing it for ops.
Well, yeah. I would say
yes.
So.
I had to play the Pope to take Ivory Coast. I had to play the Pope for ops to take Ivory Coast. It was not good. Missile Envy.
Ooh.
So that's just going to be a nothing.
Yeah. I guess he was thinking there might be a chance another high up card is still in the. I get if we were card tracking, yes, we would know what card he was fishing for, but so there's probably a high up card still left in the deck.
Yeah, I guess Olympic is gone. Yeah, yeah, right there he is. Yeah, he's looking for Muslim.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, Formosan, I don't think has been triggered yet.
Yeah, Formosan is in. Formosan was triggered. It is active, and Shuttle is also active. So I'm interested to see if we see. Now, I like the Camp David event, especially with the USSR going after Israel. But I wonder if we'll see a poke of Pakistan from Derek with, okay, well, here comes China.
I'm sad no longer.
Jam. Yeah, and Derek can do nothing about that.
No, because he knows he doesn't have a 4-up. He knows like he's card tracking, so he knows his cards are low.
Yeah, I mean he just played Missile Envy, so he knows that Derek's hand is garbage, and he doesn't even have a 3.
Yep.
So a nice play by Jeremy, and another reason that I think Derek made a big mistake there by not defectoring VR. Defectoring VR would have saved him 2 VPs in Vietnam, and now it would have saved him Thailand. So as long as Jeremy has a 2-op here, he can take Thailand right before Asia Scoring is about to come out.
Yeah. No, he is. Derek has one more op now, so I think he needs a 3-op.
Well, only a 2-op because VR is in effect.
Oh, yeah, but you need to overprotect it anyways because Derek has a China card now.
Yes, that is true. He'll want to overprotect. He did make his play
yeah,
here.
So you don't need it. You don't need to overprotect right now. Or yeah, I mean it's AR7, but
yeah, it doesn't change domination, but Thailand nonetheless an important country.
So now if you're Derek, you got to event summit.
Yeah, clearly event summit at
-1. No, it's even.
It's even.
So you're good. Yeah, you're good. Why not?
No, actually, it would be at -1 because without Shuttle, Derek is now dominated in Asia.
Yeah, that's true.
I like Saharan states here. Or Cameroon is fine to just go after Nigeria.
Yeah. Yeah, because deep call's not. We haven't seen. Have we seen rear guards yet?
Rear guards was spaced.
All right, never mind then.
Yeah, so Derek can discard the gunman. Yeah, and that's what he's going to do. It's the conventional play. I think if Derek were way ahead, he would not discard the gunman and then discard it this turn. But he's not. He needs more cards. And okay, he gets some stuff here.
Yeah, I mean ABM, Grain, Usuri, Arms Race.
Usuri is really nice with Asia Scoring a known card in Jeremy's hand.
Yeah. Now, can Jeremy steal the China card?
Well, that's true. Cultural could be in Jeremy's hand. Have we seen? We haven't seen Cultural either, have we?
I don't think we have.
So is this just Grain Kuzair? Because I mean, now Africa scoring in Derek's hand.
Yeah, and Derek can, if he can get Zaire, then you can just take Nigeria, and then he can easily get domination and flip that. I think you need to do grain on this.
Yeah, I think you headline grain here.
And
Now, what is
actually,
now? ABM could coup Pakistan, but I don't think you need to do anything like coupping Pakistan here because, again, Shuttle's
No,
going to
but
help you avoid domination. So unless Jeremy redrew Middle East, I don't know that that's critically important.
yeah.
I
ABM
like grain coup Zaire. It's simple, but I
Yeah,
think it's the right
but-
play. It's nothing exotic.
Yeah, I think it's the right play. And grain with ABM can do a lot of damage in Africa, anyways. You can basically, if the grain roll goes well, you can get both Zaire and Algeria.
Yeah, if you can get Zaire with grain and then you get into Nigeria, might have to fight a coup war in Nigeria. Grain also helps you get arms race off potentially.
Yeah, we can get arms race off. ABM would guarantee you one of the southern countries in Africa. So Europe again is annoying for Derek.
Derek is just sitting there. I wonder if he thinks he has headline peak. Derek might not have realized that he no longer has headline peak.
Yeah, well, he's ahead. I don't know why people care about this, but he's ahead in time, so I don't think he's as
They both players are doing fine on time. But yeah, I think you like grain to coup Zaire, and then in your back pocket you've got ABM, which can coup in Africa as well to get you a domination.
Yeah. Chat's saying Derek should be in bed by now.
I mean, I definitely should. On the East Coast, it just clock just struck 10.
Oh yeah, getting late for you guys too.
Yeah. All right. Jeremy did pick his headline.
Did he?
Yep, he picked his headline. His clock's not running.
Oh yeah. So Derek's just not paying attention at all.
Oh, that's a brutal redraw. But that's a nice pick. That's a nice pickup.
Nice.
Still, though, you're going to play that. You're going to probably play that for ops, right?
Yeah, I mean, either use the event or use it to coup in Africa.
Well, yeah, but if you use the event, you can't use it for a coup in Africa. So then,
yeah, but I'm saying you do it either way. You don't return it.
No. Certainly, you're not. Yeah, no, he's definitely not going to return Junta. But the question is, do you use it for a coup in Africa? The event is great because it helps you flip a country in South America, which you desperately need.
Got to do it.
But you've got a scoring card in your hand, and if you use the event, you are definitely getting dominated in Africa with decall. Yeah, he's going to go for the coup. He has to have a 4, and he rolls a 1. Oh, that's
rough.
It's too early to say GG. But that is devastating for Derek.
It is devastating. I wouldn't say we're GG just yet, but I could be wrong.
Yeah. CIA is gone.
But see, here's the interesting thing, though. Jeremy knows Derek has arms race, right? So he's going to place all his decall, but then is he going to coup Cameroon then? Or is he going to play? He's got to coup Cameroon, right?
No, he's just going to score Asia because now he has the dom. Yeah. And then Derek immediately moves for arms race, but he could have flipped Nigeria.
No,
chose not to.
I would, if I was Jeremy, I would have cooed Cameroon because then you save that and you're still getting the points in Asia, I think.
Well, Derek knows he has Asia, so he certainly would have fixed Indonesia.
Okay, so that's 1, 2. Okay, so that would be 7.
Yeah. And now I'm sure Jeremy's going to overprotect Nigeria. Now, Derek does have ABM, so he can flip one African country, but he's still getting dominated. This is going to go into Nigeria.
Yeah.
No, it's not. Wow. Okay.
No,
so now we think that Jeremy has cultural, right?
I think so. Ooh.
Yeah. That was a big mistake, I think, by Jeremy, because now Nigeria is flipped, and then Jeremy also has to play cultural this turn.
he still has domination, so I don't know if he cares that much.
Well, yeah, ABM's about to take it away though, and flip domination to Derek.
Yeah.
And now cultural is going to have to be played for ops. Derek can then play Usuri and take back the China card for the late war. But now grain and CIA are both gone, so Jeremy doesn't have to worry about those.
Interesting. So if you think ABM is coming, do you coup Cameroon? You need your mill apps. That would get rid of domination, and it would set up for realigns.
Yeah, I mean a coup of oh boy, yeah, and that is a problem for Jeremy.
I would have tried to hold on to that as long as possible.
Yeah, now Jeremy does know that Derek has Africa, right?
I mean, he should. It hasn't been scored at all.
Yeah, so that's really early for Jeremy to be giving up an event like CRG's with the scoring in hand. Jeremy does not know that Derek has ABM, but he does know that he has Africa. So I guess he is doing this, and then he's just going to overprotect Zaire and Angola, and then he's about to get a nasty African surprise when Derek coups Zaire.
Yeah. I don't think
Nuke sub, yeah, we know about nuke subs. We knew cultural salt and
No,
Muslim.
nuke subs. Oh no, he did. Yeah, he did not play it earlier.
Yeah, he held nuke subs through.
Salt is interesting. Salt is interesting.
So Derek doesn't want to play ABM because he doesn't want Salt taking ABM.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's also got C5 in hand, which he wants to free up. But yeah, this is interesting. Because yeah, he's going to want to dump Europe. He's going to want to dump Europe soon. I think he wants Jeremy to play Salt quickly.
When is somebody saying you're lying about something in the chat?
Yeah, I think they said I lied because I mentioned Kennedy, but Kennedy was gone turn 4. So I think Tim didn't start watching until later. This is just going to overprotect Angola and Zaire. Yep, no surprise there. Yep, Derek going to dump Europe. That's the right play. And now he's going to hope that Jeremy plays Salt. But I don't think Jeremy's going to play Salt because he doesn't want to give Derek a first shot at a battleground.
Right.
But he also doesn't want to play nuke subs. So I think we're going to probably see cultural here. Cultural to Egypt is interesting, and then you play Muslims.
Yeah.
Cultural to Egypt and event Muslims is real annoying for Derek.
Yeah, and then because he's going to lose both Egypt and Libya.
Yeah, well, Derek would have to go into Tunisia. And then obviously retake Libya. But even if you do retake Libya, we're going to play Salt for influence. Okay, so he's going with that.
So now is Derek going to be wise enough to move out of Libya?
Yeah, Derek knows Muslim. Derek knows that Jeremy has Muslims. So yeah, Derek has to go one into Tunisia here. But now he doesn't have to worry. He doesn't have to worry about the Salt event taking ABM.
Everybody's commenting on the Christmas lights. Have you seen it yet?
I do. I have it called up. Yeah, it's. It gets me in the holiday spirit.
Yeah. Do you think it should not be there though? That's the question.
I don't have any objection to him. I think it's festive. Just as long as Derek takes him down in a timely fashion.
Yeah, chat seems to be a little split on it. Distracting.
Okay, it's just a one-op into Tunisia to prep for Muslims, but that's okay with Jeremy because Jeremy's happy to take that 4th Middle Eastern battleground, get him domination probably for the rest of the game.
Yeah, easily for the rest of the game.
No problem there if you're Jeremy.
So you got to use Muslim now, right?
Well, now you can use. Well, yes, that's fine. You could have used Muslims for ops.
Oh. So with the move to Tunisia, he hurt Derek more by taking out Saudi.
Yep, and now Derek can reclaim Saudi.
Yeah,
with U2, and then you got a coup on AR6 with ABM and score on AR7, which
but
playing a scoring card that your opponent knows about, holding a scoring card your opponent knows about for AR7 is really bad. But Derek has to try and get this dom.
And taking out a Saudi makes him waste an extra op as well, which is good.
Yep. There's cultural, so we'll see the coup there for Millops. ABM going to go after Zaire.
Interesting he didn't target Africa.
Yep. And and Nuke Subs is going to be the play here on AR7. Derek now with 6 countries to just 3 and nowhere for Jeremy to poke. So Derek will get off this Africa domination.
Yeah. But Nuke Subs basically nullified though for Derek.
Yep, Nuke Subs now does nothing, and Jeremy realizing that he's not going to be able to stop domination here unless he tries miracle realigns at -2 on Zaire or Algeria. Oh yeah, it would be Algeria.
Let's see.
He's just going to do something else annoying like poke Mexico. Yep, good play.
Yeah. I wouldn't worry about realigns there.
Okay, we move to turn 8. Matt, Derek is behind in. Oh, and there's the gunman right back. And there's a bad scoring for him.
IP war.
Need a 6. Those never happen.
No, they never happen for you. Let's get it straight here.
Yes, to be fair. Yes, you're right. This hand is. Okay, Matt. This hand is garbage. This hand is garbage.
It's not. It's not great. Tear down is probably the best.
I think Usuri has to be the headline.
I don't play.
Usuri has to be the headline. Otherwise, Aldrich loses the game. Yes, correct. This has to be Usuri. Tearing down this wall is not really going to do much of anything. It's just going to lower DEFCON.
Well,
you can now. Derek also is very far behind. Derek only has one good region. He has one good region on the board. He's behind battlegrounds in Europe, behind battlegrounds in the Middle East, behind battlegrounds in Asia, behind battlegrounds in South America, even in Central America, and then he's up one battleground in Africa. And Derek's also behind 3 VPs on the board. It's an ugly situation, and he's got a terrible hand and a bad scoring. Oh boy! One small step.
Yeah, now with the one small step, you're not going to be able to dump a card.
Nope. And Derek trying realigns.
Oh, I hate realigns so much.
Yeah, and now Jeremy can just coup, and he can just coup here if you want. And just take back Zaire.
Okay, what are the?
Oh,
Seems free to answer this too. South America? Yeah, you knew it was coming at some point. You're going to really fight in Europe.
Absolutely, Derek. This game is lost. If Derek
a 4-up, you're done. If 4-up takes both of those countries.
Yep. Yeah, that's true. You have to hope Jeremy's hand is really bad. Derek is doing what I'm doing right now and thinking about how do I win this game.
You have to win it with a DEFCON suicide on his part.
Yep. And Jeremy, just trying the coup now. This is going to be on Zaire. Oh, just going to take a Mexican coup. Oh my goodness! And there's a 6. All right.
That GG,
rough. Folks. GG.
This is game. I mean,
That
there's
was
no,
fun, but now it's done.
Yeah,
Derek down
yeah,
13 BBs. Jeremy also playing like a man who has war games as well.
Yeah, well, but I think taking a coup in this situation is smart either way. But yeah, he might have war games. We'll see here. He wins by DQ.
Yeah, Middle East is 4 and Central is 3, even without domination.
So they want to know how you like watching Derek lose from his perspective.
Yep. Oh my goodness.
That was a rough game.
That was rough for Derek.
Thank you for ending this.
Yes, I have had those types of games where I just beseech my opponent to have war games. I'm just like, it's time for you to have war games and end this misery.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get that.
Oh,
that was a brutal. I mean, it was mostly the card draw, up deficit.
I mean, even just look at this terrible hand.
Yeah. I mean, South African is not really that bad. You don't have those countries anyways.
I mean, well, now the other thing I will say is, man, that poke of West Germany. Normally, normally a poke of West Germany isn't that great if France is already full. But Europe came out turn 2, Europe came out turn 3, and Europe came out turn 7. If Jeremy doesn't poke West Germany or he doesn't fight for West Germany, and Derek, Derek easily scores 3 dominations there. And so that's 18 VPs, because Europe was -1 for Derek. Instead, it would be +5. That's 18 VPs that swing the other way.
Derek, before War Games here, Derek would be at +5.
Yeah, he would have been +5.
Now, with Central America and Middle East scoring, that means Jeremy would be at +4 by the end of the turn, assuming Jeremy did not have no other scoring, right?
Yes. Now, yes. So you're absolutely right. The Derek was in big trouble, regardless, and he would have needed more. He would have needed to get the Pope off and then steal Poland, and then have that tear down, realign, and then even then he'd still have to survive the final scoring. So it would have been a tough road for Derek, regardless.
It would have been tough. It would have been tough, but in late war, there's a lot of cards that can really help you out and swing some. And I mean, with Rush Warren back in the deck, that can swing anything. And hey, IP War, you never know, that might hit a 6 anyways.
Of course. I know IP War sometimes rolls a 6. Derek, have you joined us?
I have. I'm not sure if I want to talk about this, but I think Jeremy's here too.
Yep, I'm here.
Well, congratulations, Jeremy. Nice win for you.
Yeah, nice job, Jeremy.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. It was pretty unbalanced in my favor, though. I'd be interested to hear what our unbiased commentators have to say about that, but it seemed like I had a lot going for me in that one.
Yeah, I think this was payback for the good luck I had against Matt last time out.
Yeah. The card draw was not in your favor in this one, Derek. I'd have to say.
Do you guys? Is there something I could have done to prevent this? Like, do you see any turning point where if he had done this, maybe he survives?
Overprotecting West Germany was pretty much a huge
the big moment in the game was turn 1.
Yeah,
I mean, Derek, your ops were garbage, and Jeremy with the West Germany poke on AR6. You played Sock Govs instead of Nasser, which was 100% the right thing to do. You decided to overprotect France and which I think again was right. And then Jeremy just had way more ops than you, and so was just able to fight you for West Germany. And if that poke doesn't happen, you score domination turn 2, you score domination turn 3, you score domination turn 7. That's an 18 VP swing. Game could be totally different. So just rough.
I get what you're saying with overprotecting France, but I think with Truman being out, overprotecting West Germany was important there because there's no risk to poking it, right?
Yeah, the overprotecting France means Suez can't take can't flip a country.
Yeah, I think Suez and I think De Gaulle were both.
Yes,
still
Suez
out
and De
there.
Gaulle were both around. Now you had.
Or yeah, because I
so
defector De
I'm
Gaulle.
not saying not to protect France. I think both needed to happen.
Yeah, and it both needed to happen. And Derek, you just didn't have the ops. And you got Thailand. I think, Derek, if I were to nitpick a little bit, I would have liked to see you get a third into Thailand before Matt got access, so that you didn't have to immediately play Brush War for ops in there.
Yeah,
but I don't think it was that huge a deal
playing
because you didn't have any good Brush War targets anyway,
That's
just
true.
like you said.
Yeah.
You probably would have played it for ops regardless.
Yeah, I was thinking of going for South America. I mean, it had been scored at that point. Well, not scored. It had been Kennedied, but I was probably going to use it in South America had I not been forced to use it for ops there.
Yeah, and that was another thing on turn 4. Normally when US plays, how I learned you want to lower DEFCON to 2. But did you give any thought to putting DEFCON at something other than 2, giving up a coup, and then maybe playing Kennedy and then holding Kennedy, getting rid of South America for 2 potentially before Jeremy filled up the bottom half?
I did think of that for a while, but my worry was Thailand.
Yeah.
Because he had the China card at that point, and if he had successfully couped Thailand, that gives him Asia domination, and it gives it to him for good. So that was my big worry with raising DEFCON. I did think of it though.
I was talking with Matt about it, and a coup of Thailand. Now you couldn't have known that Jeremy was going to roll a 1 with his ABM coup.
I didn't. Well, no, I did know that because that happened before.
Oh, that's true. That did happen before. And keeping it at 3 is weird because then Jeremy would have known something was up. And so I think you probably played it right. It was just unfortunate that you got the bad scoring, but really no other problem cards in that hand. And then of course immediately drew Gunman the next turn.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I had Gunman for a while. How many turns did I have Gunman in this game?
Another thing, Derek, that I wanted to ask you about. Did you consider at all holding Gunman turn 6, even though you could have discarded him, and then dumping him turn 7 post reshuffle?
I briefly thought of that, but it was very brief because Gunman was in my hand and I wanted to get rid of it. So
yeah, and you also needed to get more cards. You were behind. I think if you're way ahead in that situation like that, you say, well, I'll go ahead and hold Gunman through and get rid of it the rest of the game. But you were behind. You needed to draw extra cards, and it paid off because you got ABM. And I thought you did a great job getting that Africa domination turn 7. But,
that worked out. I was worried about. I wanted him to play nuke subs because I was hoping to use ABM somewhere else. But I mean, it helped redrawing Africa because he had no idea I had it. So, like, I could kind of slow play it a little bit. Yeah. But I mean, ultimately, it didn't matter. But it was nice to get 1 domination, though.
Yeah, you got 1 domination off, and hey, the board says you got domination in Europe as well.
You technically got points in Southeast Asia as well.
Okay. Oh, and I got Central. So yeah, let's give me a little credit.
Nice 2-point domination there.
The one disappointment is we did not get to see IP War this turn.
Yeah, well, I was just gonna roll a 1 anyway, so.
Yeah, and the other thing with respect to Thailand, Derek, I was surprised that you didn't defector Vietnam with Southeast Asia in your hand and instead went for IP War.
Oh, yeah.
I think that was very much worth defectoring. That was 2 VPs in Southeast Asia scoring, plus you wouldn't have had that China jam with the extra 1 op there.
Yeah, that would have been a good play, which is why I didn't do it. So, yeah, I didn't even consider defectoring. I saw Vietnam. I'm like, oh, that's not a big deal, but yeah, it turned out to be a very big deal.
Yeah, I mean, it was two VPs Vietnam, and then the China jam was more effective. Now Thailand was probably getting jammed anyway once Jeremy played Missile Envy and got a 2 op.
Yeah.
So you were probably losing Thailand anyway, but always annoying to give up that extra 1 op. Just a tough game for you ops wise, Derek. I don't know if you know what it feels like to just not draw very many ops and have your opponent get most of the 4 ops.
I do know what that feels like.
But
well, he only knows what it feels like in the early war, not the rest of the game. So now he's a little more in tune.
All right. So yeah, Jeremy, you're in the driver's seat now. How's it feel?
Good. We'll see. I gotta play Frank. What do we got? We got Frank and
I think that's
Matt
it. Or wait, oh, you're playing. You still have Matt to play again? I thought you played Matt again.
Oh, is it me and Frank next week? That's fine.
I think it's just you and Frank. Yeah.
Okay.
And if you win, you are the champion.
All right. What did you say, Matt?
So don't mess it up.
I'll try not to. We'll see.
Yeah, I hope you mess it up because then I still have a shot.
So are the 3 games left just Frank against us 3?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, we have all Frank into the tournament. All Frank all the time.
All Frank all the time.
So yeah, so I think Frank and Jeremy, you guys are playing next week.
Yeah, I'm going to be gone next week. So
Yep.
There'll be someone.
And then yeah, I don't remember the exact schedule. I just know Frank's playing every single game that's left. So all right, well, Justin, thank you for joining us. You have any like fancy send off or anything?
You know what? I didn't have anything prepared, but I guess I'm just going to wing it. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Really appreciate you tuning in. We hope you enjoyed this game as much as we enjoyed bringing it home to you. And that's going to do it for our coverage of Twilight Struggle today. Please tune in next week for Frank Zhang and Jeremy Anders as Jeremy plays for the Illinois Twilight Struggle Tournament crown and a spot in the coveted ITS Champions League. But until next time, for Matt Dominski, Derek Miller, Jeremy Anders, this is Justin Abramson signing off. That was fun, but now it's done. So long, everybody.